G'day guys and welcome to the Eruption presented by Ozdiscs. We're in Mount Gambier in South Australia at the Crater Lakes Disc Golf Course. This coverage is brought to you by RAD, Gatekeeper Media and Parked Media. The commentary is brought to you by the Flying Disc Store. I'm Paddy Robinson and I'm here with Andrew Fergie Ferguson and Tim Bohan, and together we are the Tee Off Podcast. Stoked to be back with another Aussie major.
Good to see Gatekeeper getting around the Aussie coverage. Here we have on the feature card myself from Victoria, Lukey Bayne from Queensland, RhysWisniewski from Sydney, and Austin D'Alessandro from Canberra.
And some players to watch there. Definitely Luke Bayne, David Perry, they're pretty highly rated there. Jade Brady can always bring the heat, as well as Dan Frost. It's going to be a pretty good one.
All right, let's kick it off. Hole 1, 199-metre par 4. It's a backhand off the tee, followed by a forehand wrapping around to this basket. We've got OB wrapping around the left and behind the basket as well.
Pretty good hole to start off. The OB at the backside of the basket is a bit of a danger though, because the hole does fade away at the back. Here's myself kicking things off.
Yeah, I was going to say, who have we got here sporting the royal blue socks?
The blue socks as I'm doing my patented dust kick off the tee pad. Opting for a really overstable driver just to get this first one under the low canopy of trees.
What is that overstable driver?
That is the beautiful fourth circle Taipan.
Oh, shocker.
Really beefy, just love it.
This looks good.
Good height, Tim. I like this.
Ideal off the tee, beating that last tree, and that is prime A landing zone, boys.
Yeah, that is textbook.
Disc Golf Warehouse and Disc Doctor Luke Bayne.
And we have our tournament director, Michelle, introducing the players.
Shouting out Lukey Bayne, Australia's highest rated disc golfer, coming in at 995 rated. Very solid putter, very solid all-round game. Here he is, ripping a backhand that's a little high.
Yeah, I think this will be all right. As long as he navigates those two trees there. Oh, just drop down. He should be fine.
Hit the last tree and drop down. So he'll have a bit of extra distance on the second shot, but certainly not out of the birdie contention. And here's Rhys. Sporting the glove. He's recently added the friction glove to his game. He's looking very tidy in the full black Michael Jackson get-up.
I think we actually did. Didn't we discuss friction gloves on the pod the other week?
we did actually.
Yeah,
I think it was a unanimous trash, but do you know what? It's definitely worked for his drive there. That is absolute prime position from Rhys.
Absolutely perfect.
Have you boys ever tried the friction gloves yourself?
I have not.
I have not, no. I usually just stick to the one on the right hand with the Diamantes in it.
Here's
Michael Jackson.
Austin D'Alessandro. We know him as Aussie D. He's been on a bit of a tear lately, taking out a lot of Aussie majors. And here he's put that one a little short to the right, but hopefully he has a line to the basket.
Here we go, Bayne with his second throw.
Probably like a little bit more run up, but that tree is certainly in the line.
Very competent forehand, Bayne. Then this looks fantastic. Maybe, is it going to get back enough? I think he'll be outside the circle there.
Just outside circle.
Oh, no.
Good little, the circle.
Good little ground play.
Now, boys, we haven't even mentioned we are in a dormant volcano crater in Mount Gambier. We're basically in a big bowl, and the wind is up and it is swirling.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was headwind, sometimes it was tailwind. It changed every 30 seconds.
Lovely forehand from Rhys. Come on.
Shot.
Now, just making sure that the listeners at home did hear you correctly, we are in an extinct volcano. Playing
Absolutely right. We're in a volcano. You can see the upper ridge of it in front of me there, and it just makes the wind very temperamental. So you can see here, I'm going really high, making sure I don't flip anything over and take on that OB long and left.
That looked a little bit short, Tim. Yeah. Okay.
Certainly a little short. So C2 for the bird, but quite a ways out with OB at the back. I'm just laying this one up, boys.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair call.
Trying to start off with a par. Rhys, I imagine, will be doing the same.
I mean, this is hands down like one of the best courses in Australia. If you ever come to Australia Shores, you have to play this course.
Austin from range gave it a genuine bid, but little bit overstable there. So, but Lukey Bayne, out of position off the tee, has the best chance for birdie. Here he is putting into what looks to be a little headwind. And looks like that got lifted a little bit.
Saved by the flag stick.
Looks like he's going to have another crack at it.
No, don't get a penalty, Luke.
I mean, putting is one of Luke's strongest parts of his game, so I'm sure he'll want to clean that one up.
Absolutely.
There we have Tim cleaning up his par.
Aussie D will be doing the same. Hates pars, Aussie D. Hates them.
He's looking very clean shaven, actually.
I didn't recognise him when we rocked up at first, but
It's taken years off.
Now, Rhys, I did ask him, does he take the glove off for putting? And he said no. He's committed to it. He's well used to it by now. So
clearly
I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it yet.
clearly doesn't watch any AFL.
that's it.
And Bayne just dropping in.
So par frame to start. We'll move on to hole 2. Paddy, this one is one of the most challenging holes on the course. What are we looking at?
All right, hole 2 is a par 4, 252 metres. You do tee off from some elevation here, but you got a couple of trees to navigate to get in the right landing zone. The second shot is really how you birdie this hole. If you can turn something over and land nicely on the top of that hill, then good on you. You can probably take a 3, but I definitely play this one for 4, Tim. I don't know about you.
Very happy with the par on this one. The tee shot, the drone made it look so easy. You do have to hyzer flip something and take on this tree that's right in your face.
And you are throwing downhill as well, which is...
Oh, Taipan Tim.
Yeah,
I like
the
it.
rough on the right. Got a little sneaky through there.
That's a good spot.
I really like the forehand flex that Bayne shows off here, but when you have the headwind, it makes the shot so hard because you need it nose down, and that is a common mistake.
No, that's a thrower.
Nose down into the headwind, and he has cut rolled into the rough on the right-hand side. Not a good place to be.
I think this is the perfect example of this hole where you'd be standing on the tee pad and
Wow.
there's some wind.
I thought that had too much hyzer on it, but it really stood up quick.
Yeah, it'd feel like tailwind the whole time. Then as soon as you walk down the hill, it'd be left to right, and then it'd be in your face. And
Speaking of hyzer flips,
yeah.
Absolutely loved that angle out of Austin's hand, but he put too much spin on it, and it's actually turned all the way over. That's a slightly beaten in DD3, but you can just see the havoc the wind is playing there.
I tell you what, that's a slightly beaten in Innova shirt as well from Bayne. I think he's had a tussle with the clothes dryer there.
He actually has a huge forehand, Bayne, and Austin going for the roller from the rough, gets it down very early.
Do it.
And look at the move on this, boys. Standing up all the way.
Is it going up the mound?
That is wrapping into the mouth of C3. Absolutely ideal from that spot off the fairway.
Geez, it rolled back though, didn't it?
Jeez, that's at least 130 metres. That's great.
So good drives from Rhys and I put us in position to attack, but we're still a good 145 metres away from the pin.
You don't want to be over on that left either, do you?
You absolutely don't.
I think, in all honesty, to try and be in position for the birdie here, you've got to be another 20 metres in front of your drive.
This looks great, Tim.
Yeah, I got the right angle and just got the nose down enough to keep it low and straight, but unfortunately didn't quite have the distance to get there.
I mean, this hole was playing pretty tough, like 4.46 in the MPO division in the first round.
It's a long hole. It's a long par 4.
Yeah.
Even if you are teeing off from uphill, it's still long, and that approach to the basket, which is Bayne's having his third on now.
Oh, it's gone a little long. And we haven't mentioned the basket's on a big mound, so rollaways are rife on this hole.
Yeah. Not
Fantastic.
much fun. Oh,
Great shot. Oh, look at
sit,
that.
settled.
Sit.
Oh, speak of the devil.
And rip. That was going to be nestled up in the bullseye for Rhys, and all of a sudden he's 30 metres out with a really unrunnable putt from that distance.
I think it's one thing to really mention that a lot of these greens are quite difficult.
Look where Austin's roller ended up, though.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
came back at 40
Fantastic.
metres.
Look at where your second shot ended up, Tim. That's all right.
Yeah, the camera is not really directly behind me. I can't see the basket from my lie. I'm trying to fade something around. That's a little low.
Yeah.
Squashed down by the wind, so not ideal. From edge of circle for the par. Rhys,
That's unfortunate, isn't it?
laying it up for par. He'll actually settle for the bogey, unfortunately. Bayne as well,
geez.
and that's carried a little bit. No, it's still in
No.
the bullseye. No worries.
Tim, just a little bit of meat on the bone here for the par.
Certainly like to be closer, but good tailwind to putt into.
Great par.
Yes.
I'll take a
Solid.
par
Well done,
all
Timmy.
day. This hole was playing at 4.46, so almost half a shot over par. As I said, most players very happy with the par. Bayne tapping in for bogey. as is Rhys. And I believe Austin way out of position off the tee. Oh, snuck that one in.
I think he needs to tighten the glove up a bit there.
Yeah, that's it.
Or loosen it.
Take it off.
Oh, very impressed with Austin saving a par from that spot. And as is he, as he looks back at the camera.
Oh.
Moving on to hole 3. This one's called the Tombstone hole, thanks to that tombstone on the left-hand side there. It's 157 metre par 4. Big backhand off the tee. Hanging it out to the right opens up your angle to the basket here. Bit of a tricky hole to get. Short distance, but very uphill.
You want to try and bite off as much as you can on this drive. Tim, you look like you're attempting to do that, to be honest.
Good.
This looks great.
Yeah, it's certainly a tough run-up being on the steepest part of the hill there. And I like turning something over to be more into the shade to the right, just to have a better angle to the basket.
Austin here. That's looking a little higher there. He's got a little air bounce and turn.
No, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's huge.
Making the cameraman get out of the way, always a good sign.
Yeah, it is. You don't want to be too short left, and you definitely don't want to be at the base of the hill because that second shot is very difficult.
So Bayne's gone very overstable here. He's gone up the hill over the tombstone, which looks like a great drive, but he's protected. There's a big wall of trees between him and the basket. So really all you can do from over there is a roller. And Rhys, this is taking the scenic route.
A little bit loose on that one. That was unfortunately just not coming back at all.
That is a great landing zone for the very next hole, but he's got all these trees to contend with. Oh, lucky that kicked left as well. That could have been worse. Still not through all the trees. This is looking good, though.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hopefully that can settle down inside the circle. He's just at that sort of 11-metre mark.
It's going to be a big par putt.
Yeah, tricky par putt.
Timmy, I'm assuming you're throwing something pretty overstable here.
Yeah, I had two options, wide and high, or sort of cutting the corner low under that canopy. I went for the low option, and tricky to throw it up the hill, but not high enough to go into that tree, and that's exactly what I did wrong.
Austin with a visual, which is always good on this hole.
Yeah, I reckon that's up in the circle.
So, Bayne, you can see here that basket looks like it's in the open, but he has to throw a roller through the trees, and that has too much cut. It's fought through the gap, though, so...
Yeah, not bad.
Not too bad.
I mean, most of the MPO would want, like, because it's only 160 metre par 4, you want to be taking a birdie here, but it's still... A par's fine. It does get a little bit tricky. You only need to stuff up one shot, and, it's a par.
Bayne.
Ooh, giving the change a tickle from range.
A little left there, unfortunately.
So no one really getting their round started yet. But
Rhys.
Rhys will be happy with that.
Oh, man, that's a huge par save.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And he's all smiles.
Fantastic third shot from Rhys. Austin, yeah, he really probably should have put that closer. That drive was actually in the perfect spot to approach the basket. Have to settle for the par, as will I.
And Austin just tapping in, and then Luke will be doing the same.
So no birdies as yet, but Fergie, hole 4, will certainly be looking at some birds because this is one of the ones you want to get.
Hole 4, 153 metres to par 4. This is one you definitely want to get a birdie on because it's relatively short. You want to punch one down the hill. It dog legs left, and there's a short little throw up the hill for your bird with any luck.
Just don't be left. Do not be left. That is the aim on this hole because if you are left, you will not be getting a birdie. That one's a little nose down, a little low.
But still, I mean, you make the corner and you're okay.
Bounced over the hill, and I'll be absolutely happy with that lands.
Here we have Austin D'Alessandro. He's just shanked that one over on the right, didn't he?
Yeah, a little too far right. The backhand there is a window there, but I do like the forehand. Bayne, that's a little low. I think I'm going to blame it on the wind because we both did it, so it couldn't just be our skill. Had to be the wind.
Rhys also, he's going for the Heiser route.
The backhand gap, I'm so impressed when it gets through everything, but There must be more of an opening there than it looks off the tee. Rhys has done an absolutely fantastic shot there.
Mate, I throw the back... Oh, no, that is
Bayne.
early.
That's a full shank. I said don't be left. He is very, very left.
Yeah, right.
Austin with a bit of a switch stance.
I love the backhand line off the tee, actually, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, especially in this wind. Sorry, something's overstable.
Shout out to my dad, Terry Bongo's forehand roller down the backhand line, Paddy. So ill-advised.
Ballsy.
Here I'm going for another overstable approach disc. Hoping that checks up. There is OB long right.
Oh, settle. Oh, good tree.
Thank you, tree. Little pinched off, but I'm in the circle and I'm in bounds, thankfully.
We've got the bird watcher cam.
This needs to get up a little bit more.
So Rhys with the zone. He's
Just
come
the
up a
zone.
little short. Bayne, this is a horrible place to be after 2 shots. All he can do is pitch out a forehand back to the fairway and get up and down for the bogey.
Austin, very straightforward approach, and this should settle nicely.
Yeah.
Rhys is sitting about 8 metres, I reckon, so he should have a look at the birdie too.
Absolutely.
And you can see the wind is just whipping through. The hardest thing, you'll be sitting... Rhys.
Looks good out of his hand. I don't think he quite got the spin. I'm going to blame it on the glove.
Everything's going to be blamed on the glove.
All on the glove.
This round.
Let's look at this putt, Paddy. No glove.
There you go.
Timmy, you're on the board, mate.
On the board.
Got the
Bit of
account
green.
open thanks to that tree. Could straddle out and just sort of Anheuser one around that little twig there.
Austin here, also looking for the bird. Pass.
Over the par. He did hit an early tree,
That's
but
not bad.
happy to get up and down because Bayne, unfortunately, very slow start for him. He's going to drop back to 2 over par.
Yeah, pretty uncharacteristic for Luke, but that's all right.
We have to say he's back from overseas. He's done a pretty extensive tour of the US and Europe, so this is his first big one back on Australian shores as we move in a hole 5, Paddy.
Yeah, another par 4, 148 metres. Again, short but technical. You want to try and get to the very corner. If you're too short, you've got absolutely nothing, and then approach the basket. We've got a river of OB. We've got OB behind it. Quite a technical hole. Tim, that is very straight.
And I'm making it more technical.
Yeah,
just thought I'd check out those BMX tracks on the left-hand side there and just grip lock it straight into the rough.
Pretty handy kick straight down, though.
Austin.
This looks good.
That settles. Get past it. Yeah, he should have a look there.
Opts for the overstable mid-range off the tee there, Austin. It's very technical in this wind.
This one's got a little bit of height, but
Yeah,
there's space out there.
I don't mind that from Rhys. There is OB on the right-hand side, but I reckon he's well short of that. Luke throwing that pretty hard, but this looks overstable enough to settle, and he'll be in a great position to look at the basket.
Big skips, but that did check up safe. I'm way out of position here. All I can do is lay up to the edge of the road. Little hyzer around the rough. And look at the wind sweep that. I was actually very worried that was going to get to OB, but it's
you got the clap.
You got the golf clap?
it's about a metre from the road, so very lucky there.
This looks good
Fantastic
from
line
Rhys.
from Rhys.
Stop it.
We've all niced him.
Stop it.
The one tree you got to get past. Luke actually has a forehand look at this. He's right down, flirting with that OB on the first landing zone, and good settle. Very good settle.
Is that OB line inside C1? It's got to be very close.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Well and truly.
Austin a little bit pinched off here, but he's attacking it nonetheless. That's fading out a little early, so he'll have to settle for a lengthy bid from C2. I was so awkward in this position here. I had a tree on my foot, tree at my back. I had to try and fade something and hope it got down before the OB.
Yeah, this
And-
is... Oh, that's high.
Yeah.
High and short, Tim, or...
It's inbounds, but
Inbound.
way out of the circle, looking for a... well, not way out of the circle, but I'm outside C1, putting for par, which nobody wants to be in that position.
Rhys opting to lay up there.
Yep, didn't want to bar that. Fair enough.
Austin giving it a big...
Oh!
His putting has come a long way, Austin.
Oh, man.
Dangerous from anywhere. That's a good 15, 16 metre putt for the bird.
Is there anything better than someone big putting you after you lay up too?
Yeah.
And here we go. Here's for the par. And
Takes the flag.
not only am I getting a bogey, I've snapped the flag.
Is that a courtesy? Jeez.
Oh, gosh.
Mate, I rocketed that into the headwind, straight into the flag. Sorry, flag. It's about an inch shorter now. But I did replace it, so all good.
Yep. Nice par from Rhys. Yeah. next one.
Here we go. Hole 6, a very short hole, 72 metres uphill, but it's certainly not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Got to throw a backhand turnover around this willow and somehow get your disc to land flat, because if it lands with any edge,
It does that.
It's coming back down the hill.
Okay.
And we were dealing with straight headwind on this hole too.
Such a touchy shot. The wind is never what you need it to be. If you've got a massive forehand, you can pull this off.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of forehands land about 30 metres short. That's
Ooh.
very, very skinny. That's a danger of going OB.
Oh, no.
Sit down. There we go.
Jeez, that must be overstable.
That might be the new Innova Juggernaut, I think.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Joel
Very-
Freeman-esque.
Yep, very, very beefy. I like the backhand turnover, but very, very technical. Rhys is getting destroyed by the wind. That almost boomeranged back to the tee-pad on him.
Timmy, what are you throwing here, mate?
Throwing
Is
in
it trust?
the Truth.
Truth?
EMAC Truth. Little beaten in, but definitely stalled out in the wind.
Yeah.
Thankful that it landed flat, but yeah, look, I'm 20, 25 metres away from the pin. This is a good upshot from Austin into the wind.
Yep. I mean, it's it's 72 metres, but that uphill is pretty serious. I reckon you got to throw at least a 90 metre shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Here we go for the bird. No, not quite getting a move on that.
I had the good fortune of designing this course,
Yeah.
along with fellow disc golfer Ryan Nicholson. As you see Bayne there just off the band. In fact, all of that area there was all that rough you can see on the right-hand side behind Rhys. But the council all cleared it up and made it a nice green out of it, so kudos to them.
Yeah.
This is definitely a Fergie shot if I've seen one. The backhand turnover. Making holes specifically for your skill set. Well done, Fergs.
I'll just take a leopard 3 out there and have at it.
As we see, 4 pars.
Yeah. So I did play under par, 2.88 for the round.
Oz Discs, powering Team Heiser Flight. Check them out at ozdiscs.com.au.
Alrighty, hole 7, 272 metres. It's a par 5. A very picturesque hole here. We've got OB left and right with a basket tucked up underneath this beautiful willow tree. As you can see there, all of the OB marked with the white paint.
Dream hole, this one.
Yeah.
You're a little bit elevated to start with, and you need to keep your disc under the canopy of trees. So a nice low-driven shot like Austin's demonstrating here is exactly what you want.
It's
Nice and in the open.
It's a great roller, like a backhand roller shot, but
This is one of the funnest shots for the backhand roller.
Yeah.
The wind wasn't ideal for the roller,
No,
but watch me be my stubborn self as Bayne flies through the tree there.
I'm glad.
I'm going for the roller.
I mean, you basically always have a headwind on this hole. This looked fantastic
It does,
from
and-
Rhys,
oh.
and I niced the crap out of
Commentator's
that, man.
curse.
Second consecutive nicing for Rhys. If you could just let the disc fly for the boy, that'd be ideal. I'm going with my Innova Sidewinder
Oh,
Yeah.
Tim,
Started
into a
out-
headwind.
into the headwind,
Jeez, the ball's on you, man.
and it hit the tree, which probably saved it from getting in the rough.
Yeah.
Right behind the T sign for the red hole.
Nothing a forehand can't stop you, though.
Well, I would have loved to have gone for another roller, but that T sign was like right in the swing. So just pitching
Yeah.
out an overstable forehand.
Probably got maybe 100 metres left. Rhys.
No one speak.
This is a fantastic
No,
shot
yeah,
by
no,
Rhys.
yeah,
awesome,
I love it.
awesome. Yep, love it.
Nice.
As long as it gets down, it's fading at that OB.
Oh,
And it's
that's a good
just-
tree.
Just hit the tree before the OB.
Good tree.
Bayne here with his second. Looking to punch one backhand through the gap.
Oh, that's a little hyzery, and that is
Ooh.
fading straight at the OB.
Is that Juggernaut?
Looks like it's checked up. That skinny tree is
Jeez.
the OB marker. So very fortuitous shot there from Bayne. Austin's turned that over. It's over the OB as we speak, but it's fighting back, and that is safe. Fantastic shot from
Yeah,
Austin.
that's big. He'll have a very short up shot now.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, look at that smirk. It's got a bit of a John Wayne smirk about him, actually. I like it.
So I'm about 120 away from the pin here, going for the backhand. Little worry about the wind.
Oh, Tim.
Well, I had to
The
flex-
wind?
I left.
The tree in front of you.
This
Yeah.
looks good.
Had to flex it around the tree. Unfortunately, that went OB, and Went OB early and didn't come back, so I ended up pin high, but I've had to come back about 60, 70 metres.
Jeez, absolute worm burner from Rhys over the OB, but he's come back in. He'll have an outside look for his
Nice. Very nice from Rhys. Anyway, have a look. Bayne, this is a pretty decent position. If that gets past that tree, that is parked.
Fantastic shot. You really want to get under the willow here, because if you're outside circle, those drooping leaves make it pretty hard to run your putts. Oof. That getting squished down by the wind. I know the pain. Austin just went OB in that very wind.
Yeah, this was whipping right to left and then turning to headwind. It was a tricky upshot. Tim, I'm sure you're just going to put this under.
Yeah, wanting to put it close.
Yep.
Going with the justice in the wind. Not one I want to be putting in a bogey on, because this is certainly a generous par 5, but unfortunately that's been the case when I've gone OB. Rhysy laying up, he'll be settling for the par. Austin, this is for birdie. And just hitting right side, unfortunately not catching.
I've had it in the past where the wind's been whipping so hard, I've had to wait for those willow leaves to give me a line.
It looks like they've trimmed them. They used to be touching the ground, as I recall, so this has been a good change.
Yeah. Austin just tapping in his par there.
Yeah, can certainly see the disappointment there. He definitely wanted that one. Bayne,
yes.
Open the account. Well done, sir.
He's on the board.
He's back to even now.
Yeah.
He's gotten rid of those 2 bogeys early. And he's got definitely some birdieable holes coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Starting with hole 8, also one you do want to get.
Yeah, very, very gettable par 4. This 164 metres, and you're teeing off from elevation. I actually think the eagle is very in play once you navigate those early trees and have a big fade back. There is some OB very far to the right, but some OB and natural OB short left.
You certainly don't want to be tucked into the left like Bayne is here.
Yeah,
that
was
a
bit
little
high.
little nose up. Oh, this is a fantastic angle from Austin. If that has any turn...
Oh, yeah, this is going to be right down in circle 2.
Look at that. He's faded all the way into that one guardian bushy tree.
Well, that might even be circle 1.
Is circle 1 or circle 2 for the eagle? I don't know if he has a look.
Rhys just hanging one out a little bit wider, but that still looks good.
Yeah, it's settling down a little. It's going to be a little pinched off, same as Bayne. I think the play here is to throw something flippier than you would normally throw, just to make sure you're on the right side, because you want to have a better angle into the basket.
What are you throwing here, Tim?
I'm throwing a fairly neutral destroyer, and it's fading a little, but I got enough distance. I'm up on the hill, so I should have a look to the pin.
Yep. Rhys, I reckon just a spike one in there here. I like the look of this. If that navigates that guardian tree, you should be fine on the green.
Tricky place, and this is certainly a tricky lie for Bayne. He's got the angle sort of forcing him to throw up, and that looks like a little skinny. It hit those spindly branches up the top there and dropped down just outside circle.
Okay. Jimmy.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little turned over.
Yeah.
That was very ultimate-like.
Yeah, I was annoyed to be so pinched off I couldn't go the backhand. Had to go the forehand turnover, and I just got it a little wrong, so I'll be having to lay that up because it is a bit of a death putt from this spot. It's quite an elevation behind the pin. Bayne's got a pretty good line, actually. But unfortunately, hasn't made good on that putt. And this is where... Actually, this is Rhys. Rhys is stuck under the tree. I believe Austin is also in that tree. No, he's in front of the tree. This is for eagle.
This is be huge. Come on.
Absolutely fantastic drive. He's put him at 12 metres for the eagle.
Would you lay up here, Tim?
I'd be running this. It's always good to tell people you got an eagle. I think that was...
Fergie, would you lay up?
Not the best attempt from Austin, but he's made good on the comebacker.
Depends where I'm at in the round.
Still carding the birdie, Austin, and he gave it a genuine bid, just got a little low.
Yeah.
So Bayne and myself will be tapping in the par. Certainly a hole we wish we had have gotten. But we've got hole 9 to look forward to, which is the easiest hole in the course.
Oh, tell us about it, please.
What is this hole doing in a championship layout? It's 68 metres from an elevated pad with basically no obstacles. There's a couple little trees in your face.
That was the shortest fly through ever.
The main mistake here is just fading down the hill and being at 20 metres. But Austin's put that to 6 metres. Have a bit of a death putt, but he's close enough. Should be carding the birdie.
Bayne opting the forehand route.
Yeah, he's loving this Toro for his forehands. Kind of hit the bushy part of the green and settled just outside circle, or just on circle's edge.
This looks nice from Rhys.
Oh, that was all glove. Fantastic forehand from Rhys.
Sponsored by Friction Gloves.
Here's my DD Justice, just putting this one into the hillside, hopefully getting some skip to the basket.
I can't believe I'm seeing 4 forehands here.
I think the wind really dictated a forehand for this sort of shot, but certainly you could throw an overstable backhand.
Oh, Bayne.
Yeah, sticks it.
What a good putt from Bayne. Looks like he gave it a tentative bid, but certainly didn't need to. Dead centre.
I don't know how many cage hit rollaways I saw in this hole over the weekend. Yep. It's one of the easiest holes to stuff up.
Oh, that was high left, Austin. I think we can call that a spit out, but very unfortunate.
A little bit unlucky. Just that last second, the wind just drifted it left.
Timmy.
Yes,
Oh, snuck it in. Love
Give
it.
it the fist
Snuck
pump.
it in. Look at that flag just flapping in every direction.
Yeah. It was pure tail straight off the tee.
I had no idea if it was a tail or a head. I just tried to not hit the tray, and I almost did.
Yes.
Nice there.
Rhys making good on the putt as well. So
It takes a
Austin,
sigh.
with that spit out, will be letting us letting
that's a
down the
beer
star
frame.
frame. That is a beer frame.
All right, the front 9 results. We have Timmy Bohan even, Luke Bayne 1 under par, RhysWisniewski on even, and Austin D'Alessandro 2 under par. Boys.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start from the card, but certainly the wind is wreaking havoc. Make sure you join us for the back 9 of round 1 thanks to Gatekeeper Media.